Rad, Bad, and Sad show.
Sad, bad, and rad.
On the internet.
Today we're in Rotterdam.
Rotterdam, in the Netherlands.
In addition to the internet. We're always on the internet. Please keep that in mind.
Wait, are we in the internet or are we on the internet?
We are the internet.
Oh, shit. I hope I can get out.
There's something in me that wanted to do like a conceptual performative dance just there to kind of like interpret.
To convey what it's like to be the internet?
Some sort of interpretive like I am the internet dance, but
you should have done it.
Discretion.
You can't do that. You can only do that when you're in the server.
That's right.
And no one can see it.
That's
it's
right.
Like the parts of the internet that no one sees.
All right, well, let's change the subject before we start talking about the Matrix.
And the blue pill? All right, do you want to talk about the blue pill?
So we are in Rotterdam. This is a building by MVRDV, Dutch architects.
This is quite a building.
This is the Markthal of Rotterdam, Netherlands.
This is true.
The Dutch kids are at it again.
It looks like a big roll cake, doesn't it? You ever had one of those roll cakes?
Yeah,
it's just like you roll the cake up and then there's like icing in it and it looks
sliced through it.
And it's
already cut for you too. And it's got all the sort of calories listed out on the side too.
Whatever. It's
like every little block.
Those are look at the big ones.
Yeah.
Those are like big chunks. Those are like, this is all the sugar in it.
This one is about 30 ounces of gilt. This one's about...
Oh yeah, you're right. There's almost like there's a slice here, but then there's other slices.
You can choose.
Slice these other bits out.
Yeah, when someone asks, just give me a slither. You know, this is like a
I just want a small slice.
These are already sort of portioned.
Yeah.
You know, for the slither people, for the give me a big piece people, and for there's more slithers than there are.
Yeah, give me a big piece people.
There's not enough give me a big piece. There's not enough people in the world now committing to the big piece of cake.
What if someone just wants that middle core? They're like, I just want the whole middle. I want like the hot dog and a bagel. I just want the whole hot dog.
It's rude, right? The guy who takes the spoon and just like, I'm just gonna pull out the icing.
Oh, he can take the icing. I'm not an icing guy.
Yeah.
Icing is just...
Or maybe it's like cream, like a sort of cream filling.
There you go. Well, if it's a nice cream.
Switch it to a cream.
All the glass is cream. Imagine all the glass is cream and whatever those tiles are is cake.
This building looks like it gathered up all of the fun in the world and trapped it into a...
It does.
You know, you could just see through the window.
I think that's why it's produced such an ugly shape, because it's holding it all in and it just can't be pretty and it all wants to get out.
It's a prison of fun.
You know, the inside is insane.
Yeah, look at it.
So I think you're onto that. I mean, you can only barely see just a little bit of it in there, but it's like this. It's nuts. It's all these crazy tiles and
either that or
it's like a market in there.
Either that or it's like the sort of like the staging ground for the parade before it starts.
Oh, that's good.
Like all the floats and the big balloons and stuff are all in there, and they're all kind of like sort of anxiously bouncing against each other and kind of like and then they like unveil this giant
like a big garage door that just opens up and they just all come spitting out.
Yeah, very slowly. Exactly. Uniformly, one by one. It's like all this buildup and excitement, and then it's like when you go to an airplane, you have to sit down and wait to get on the plane to go sit again.
Oh, I know. It's so true.
It's all rushed.
A lot of waiting.
Hurry up and wait. Yeah.
It used to not be like that. I remember just running right on the plane like it was a bus or something.
You know, we had talked about the Corbusier building. How it's
the one with the city. It's kind of similar to this.
It's kind of similar. Like this has been wrapped over. Like literally the sort of the social housing building that looks like it's just been kind of folded over, like someone took a hot torch to it and like it just bent over, and like you remember the advent calendar of all the little grids in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is a very advent calendar. That's true. I don't like those weird squares. They're kind of, the whole front is kind of annoying. It's
the front.
Weird.
Yeah.
Or if whatever that is, the part looks like the end of the roll cake.
Yeah.
But like it's just a strange shape. It's just kind of like ugly. It's just annoying. I don't know. I mean, the concept of this building is amazing, and this big hole in it. It's like a cave or something.
It looks like one of those old plugs that you would need to like plug in. That had like 6 to 10 different prongs, and you had to kind of like figure your monitor.
Spent like 10 minutes,
trying to sort of like calibrate it just right, orientate it to where it gets into there.
Yeah.
And like sucks in, like this is just like a receptacle for another building that took off.
Well, yeah, maybe they're like, wow, we're going to build this one, and then if it does well, we're going to build another one right next to it.
Yeah.
And just like, shoop,
Oh yeah,
shoop,
it's modular.
shoop.
Yeah, exactly. Keep the cake coming.
What are those weird like white lines on the side?
Oh, that's interesting.
Those are just like, they're on the other side too.
Yeah.
They do kind of play into your concept of all the fun. It's
Probably
stuck
a
in there.
that's a very it's like a Venetian blind where they can only afford one
louver.
One louver.
One louver.
Yeah.
One vertical.
They're
Vertical
like,
louvers. Vertical Venetians.
This
are
is
the
a
best.
south-facing building. You're gonna need some shade. We'll get you started, but
And
you're gonna have,
you got to pay for the rest.
we'll pay for one louver. You're gonna have to get the rest.
One louver.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. I like that. One louver.
I do love the fact that that glass window, like it almost looks like you just sort of like can reach in there, like it's sort of like sustained water that's like frozen, or like
It does look
or
like
you could
that.
just kind of
It's
reach
almost
in
like
there.
a diorama or something.
It's like Jello.
It's almost like ice. It's
Yeah.
like that is just solid ice in there, just frozen in time.
Like a Damien Hirst
Yeah.
piece with the
with
the shark
or
It's
whatever.
like- yeah. Totally.
No, it's true. It's like the market is frozen.
The market
Yeah,
is
that
frozen.
part is-
Now you're getting all economics on us. Who knew? Ben was an
I
economist.
think they said that on the radio. The stocks
That's
are just
right.
like plateauing.
Everything's
Everything's
frozen.
working out. No
That's
one's
right.
making money.
This is pre-cryptocurrency.
Pre-cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I think what's funny about it to me is the kind of like the top of the cake has this kind of like wonky like
Yeah, it's weird.
kind of shape where like it wants to be just like a normal kind
Just
of arch, but somewhere in the middle it kind of like loses.
Yeah. It's almost like it should have been just a box, but they were fighting or something. Someone wanted to make a circle and someone wanted to make a box.
No.
And then it just became this.
Yeah,
It
so
was
it's
just
still
bleh.
flat on top.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
kind of
almost flat on the
flat at the
almost straight on
bottom.
the sides, but
the
then
wonky-
it gets a little funky in between.
The wonky compromise.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
It's definitely the wonky compromise.
Right. So which one of
Is
these?
that a political term?
It is.
In the Senate, they're
is,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, here we go. We're gonna have the wonky compromise."
That's right. All gather. We're gonna take a
Maybe
vote.
that's what MVRD did. They took this political concept and they made it into a building.
We're gonna vote on the wonk. Everybody get out your wonks. We're voting on the wonky
I'll
compromise.
wonk you later.
Yeah. So which one of these little squares do you think? Which one of these apartments would be? Like
Would
if
I
this was an apartment building, I guess it's a market.
No, it is. It's also an apartment building.
Well,
I mean,
which-
I have to say, I'm a huge fan of these like just amorphous apartment buildings where it doesn't matter where you live; they all look exactly the same. That level of autonomy,
Yeah.
I love that level of autonomy. Like I fantasize about having an apartment like that. That's just like a little shoebox in this like ridiculously depressing building.
Everything's
But you
the
have
same.
like, you have all that glass though, so you have your like
Yeah.
big. You face the world, but no one really knows where you are. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that concept. So that I would totally live in this thing.
And it's kind of a kaleidoscope kind of thing because it looks
Oh,
like all the
that's
windows
true.
are a little bit different in color, and so different times of the day, maybe the sort of the gradient of colors would sparkle differently
Yeah,
across
the
your.
inside. But actually, that concept, you know, the Eiffel Tower. There was that like famous artist, and he's like, "Oh, I hate the Eiffel Tower." And they're like, "Well, why are you always there?" And he's like, "Well, it's the only place in Paris that I don't have to look at the fucking Eiffel Tower." And that's how I feel about this building. I'm
That's
like,
funny.
well, I don't have to look at it if
Yeah.
I'm living in it.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
wow.
that.
Maybe, yeah. I never really understood that term, but interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I was in that thing, I wouldn't have to look at that weird arch thing. And also, I'm sure if you're inside the market, I'm sure it's just amazing. I just don't want to look at this end.
It would be kind of fun to sort of like. It seems like this would be a kind of an interesting little thing to sit on if it was in it'd be like a nice park, like a park bench.
It is. Actually,
Yeah.
you're right. It makes a much better bench.
Big,
I
you
wonder
could
if
like
they made a bunch
you
of
could
benches.
sit on it, or you could sit down and lean on it. You
Yeah.
could roll your arm over it like you're on some
Yeah.
kind of date with an inanimate object. You know, you could maybe
It's
walk on it
definitely-
like you're doing gymnastics, or you could
Yeah, it's like one of those funny bars that you do all the crazy stuff.
you could
on,
do a
with
back
little
bend
handles.
over it.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like
All the way
an
over.
exercise thing.
I think you're onto
This is
something.
like a sort of a tool that you use.
And it, yeah, like if a homeless person could sleep on this bench if they wanted to. It's
Yeah.
not an anti-homeless bench.
The kind that you would sleep on it like you're
Yeah, it's
like you're hugging
really,
it.
it's like your friend.
You would hug it. Yeah.
It's a friend bench.
yeah. It's a friend bench. It's a friend bench.
Do you need a friend?
My friend
Get this
bench,
bench.
and me. It's true. Okay. Well, seems like there's some potential. A lot of stuff going on here.
Yes, yes.
If we were going to rate this sucker, how would you go?
I'm gonna say sad.
Sad?
I don't want to tear it down, but I don't really like this building.
Yeah.
I think it is technically a good building. I just think it's really ugly from the outside.
Well, all right. Fair enough. As the teacher once told me, if it looks good, it is good. I guess what you're saying is
failed that test.
Yeah, you're saying it is not good. All right, I'm going to say sad too. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think it's got some interesting things going on in it, but it needs to bake a little. This is a cake that needs to.
Yeah, it's not fully cooked.
Yeah,
it needs to rise a little bit more. Or, it needs to cool off.
Put it back in the oven.
Someone else needs to roll this roll cake building.
That's right.
Someone rolled it wrong.
Okay, so that's a sad and a sad.
Sad.
Sorry, kiddo.
It's a sad day.
It's not bad though.
No, we don't want to tear it down.
There's always tomorrow. See you later. Subscribe.